All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is go over the basic standard push-up that we all learn. You learn this in PE class. Okay, so my hands are gonna be placed outside my shoulder with this push-up. And this is very common. This style of push-up works primarily the chest, right? Anterior shoulders, front of the shoulders, and the tricep, all right? But it puts way more emphasis on the chest. So if you actually wanna build strength and thickness of the chest primarily, you're gonna do your push-up in the standard position, right here. All right, so second thing we wanna do is body position. So I wanna make sure that you understand, I do everything strict. Don't go beyond 1 rep when you break your form. So when your form breaks, that's it, it's over. Next thing I want you to understand is the position of your hips. You don't wanna sink down in this position here, and you don't wanna keep your hips up too high. Okay, so here's what it looks like on your knee. I want your feet together, knees together. Let's get those hands in that standard position. Let's take it down, keep the chin up, chest to the floor, back to the top. I want you to ease it down. Look at my tempo. My tempo is a pause at the bottom, back to the top. Every time, you wanna make sure that you pause every single time. Cut the momentum out, back to the top. If you go continuous like this here, we're not actually stimulating as much muscle, okay? So you'll find it tougher to pause and drive because you're actually cutting out all the momentum. Hands together, focus on bringing this diamond or this heart right to your heart, right in the middle, okay? So let's bring it down, chin up, touch right at the chest, push it back to the top. Bring it down, elbows out wide on this one, chin forward and back up. So if you're asking why would you not drop your chin, and why am I asking you to keep your chin forward? Because it actually keeps your back in a very strong position. So later you're gonna need to have this position here versus here. So it's very important that you keep the chin out. What we call narrow. Narrow is just here, directly under your shoulders, okay? Now, this narrow position is pretty tough. This is what we consider to be a calisthenics style. When you go in a narrow position, your hands are directly under your shoulder, okay? Now with this one here, of course you're gonna bring your feet together, knees together, tuck the hips. Make sure you tuck the hips. You're gonna go forward, elbows close to the body. Chin first, back to the top. So look at that position. It's forward, elbows are squeezed to the side of my body, back to the top. And you notice my shoulders, I'm pushing through every time, keeping that tuck position in the hip. Take it down and forward. Back to the top. Toughest one, Bulgarian. Pretty similar to what I just did, but you're gonna go considerably wider, okay? And you're gonna need to turn your hands outward. This one is really a primary gymnastic move. It requires a great deal of mobility and more stability. So you'll find that you probably won't see these in the gym much. All right, so hands really wide. Feet together, let's start again. Position. Now remember, you're gonna bring this down to your chest, okay? Keep your chin forward, feet together, knees together, tuck, right, always. Let's bring it down to the chest, back to the top. Down to the chest, and back to the top. Let's just start. Let's go forward. Bend the elbows, keep the chin forward, down, back to the top. And keep the elbows close to the body. So if you decide that you're gonna use a box, just remember the box is gonna limit your width, okay? You would have been able to do everything that we've done so far, but you would not be able to do the Bulgarian, which is the toughest one. So, same position, feet together, knees tight, tuck, push through to start, take it down nice and wide, back to the top. The thing about this one is it's primarily tricep and arms. However, it gives you that forward movement you're gonna need. All right, here we go. Feet together, knees together, tuck, forward. Elbows there. Ah, chin up. Alright, so what we're doing right now, we're going to transition from the floor to the parallel. Alright, so what I'm going to do right now is show you guys how we progress into this. First of all, to understand, the parallel actually creates a little more instability, obviously, than the floor, because you're just holding some bars. So the significance of transitioning from the transitioning from the floor to the parallel is just that you're changing your point of stability. The more instability that you incorporate into your training, that stronger you're going to become and the more skillful. Okay, so here we go. All right, so I'm going to start with the 45-degree angle. We're going calisthenics style, Cali style. Okay, so I need these to be close. Okay, so they need to be under my shoulder. So you notice they're under my shoulder. Okay, now you're going to have to go forward on these. You're going to have to go forward on these. So it's very important that you understand what you're looking to do. All right, so let me demonstrate one. Feet together, knees tight, tuck, take it forward, elbows tight. We're gonna go with the rings. Okay, so first thing I want you to understand about the rings, just like everything else we talked about, we have to talk about position of the rings. So these rings are 16 inches apart. Now, I've seen people take them 20, 21 inches. We can do these. We actually can do these Cali style, and we can do them with a standard military position. So I'm gonna show both, and we're gonna start with the standard military position. And the reason why is because I know a lot of you guys are interested in building stronger, thicker, more detailed chest, right? And to be specific, chest with crazy detail. You want stuff like just going crazy in there, right? You gotta do it on the rings. You're not gonna have this resting on your body. You don't wanna rest on the straps. You want these to be free. You barely want the rings to even touch you. They will touch you, but you don't wanna really offer yourself stability with leaning on the straps. So second thing, get in your position just like normal. If you work through all the progressions, you already know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say put that one leg back, and I'm gonna say keep that leg locked out because I want it nice and clean. Then we're gonna put the other leg back, right? What are we gonna do next? Put the heels together. What are we gonna do next? Knees. And then what do? We tuck, right? Now, I'm going down. Notice I'm in a standard push-up position, chin out, elbows are out. I'm pushing it back up. Same thing, all the way down, elbows out, chin out. 2, 3, full range of motion with a pause. 4, 5. That's weird. All right. Okay. Now we're gonna go Cali style with these. We're gonna keep the rings closer, but we actually have to go forward. Here we go. All right, so we're going Cali style. Feet up on the box. You know what I'm gonna say. Keep it clean, keep it straight. Heels together, knees together. Tight your ass. Keep the rings close. Take it forward. Elbows at the side. Back up to the top. All the movements, you know exactly what to do. Only thing we're gonna do is do that on the ball right now. All right, so first thing is we're gonna do a 45-degree. Okay, so we're going to do this with our feet on the floor. We're not gonna elevate you place your hands on this ball, you do not want them in your typical push-up position. You're gonna want them to the side. More of the Bulgarian style, but the hands are under your shoulders. So notice. Knees together, tuck, push into the ball. Get that plank first. Let's go.